What's up guys, and welcome back to On the Brick, where before we get into this custom minifigure, I need to tell you that I started a second LEGO channel. If you didn't know, I actually have multiple channels with hopefully more on the way, but I really wanted to start a second LEGO channel. The reason being that here on the Brick, I tend to focus mainly on custom LEGO, custom minifigures, and non-LEGO builds. But I also really love normal official LEGO things, so I wanted to start a second channel where I could focus on that and not really clog up anything here. I have no idea how often I'll be posting on there or anything, but I just wanted to let you know that it now exists, and links to that will be down below. And now here in today's custom minifig video, I have for you the Joker Mandalorian, which was correctly guessed by 66 bricks. This is a figure that I am almost very proud of. Once again, it uses parts from NatesMinifigs, and this weapon is actually from EclipseGrafx. I don't really know why, but I figured that a Mandalorian Joker would probably have a sniper rifle. I mean, no, he would absolutely have a knife, but I didn't have one, and I figured if I was going to buy a weapon, I might as well buy something like this. I didn't paint it or anything. I think it looks nice and was only a couple of dollars. Now, the hardest thing about painting this Joker was the purple paint. I don't know if it was just the type that I used or what was going on, but it was so difficult to actually work with. I had to put so many layers of it onto the Joker here, and well, hopefully it looks alright. The worst of it is definitely behind the legs, but overall I think it turned out relatively okay. In fact, if you look at it from the front here, you can see that I did very intentionally try to keep this quite basic. I didn't really want to do anything that, well, would kind of ruin it. I have said before that I have extensive experience painting miniatures, but painting LEGO was a little different, and I really just didn't want to get to a point where, like, oops, I accidentally ruined everything. So that's why the armor is just this dark green. I did try some highlights, but that's definitely an area that I need to continue working on. In fact, one area that I am not happy with is whatever I did with the wrist here. Full disclosure, just like the other figures, this was done around the same time, and I don't quite remember what I was going for on the wrist. I have no idea. I'm not even going to make an excuse. It's just a white glob. But on the other side, I did add a little bit of detail with making the shoulder pad here orange. Now, very similarly to the original Snow Mando that I started this month with, this is actually based off of a cosplay that I saw and just could not find again for some reason. But I'm sure if you just look up Joker Mando or something like that, you'll see the exact inspiration that I found for this. With that said, the one area that I put a lot of effort into was the helmet. It's what most people are going to be looking at anyway, and I think this is an area that I am very proud of and did quite a good job with. I like how I was able to recreate the smile here. It's not supposed to be perfect, it's supposed to be a messy Joker smile. I think the colors also really do look good, and one thing about the Joker is that if anything is like smudged or a little bit off, it kind of just works for him. Like with the Snow Mando, I made sure to take my time with the white paint and put several layers on there first, letting it dry. Especially when you're doing something like this where you're having different colors on top of each other, you just have to be really patient with it, which is, like I've said, something I kind of struggle with. And one area that I was extremely careful with was these ha-ha-has written all over his helmet. I figured that was something the Joker would probably do, and honestly, I am so proud with how these came out. They're actually written in the same red as the rest of the helmets, but I also very intentionally made sure not to have them pop too much, as it really wouldn't look good there. So overall, I think this is probably one of the best helmets that I ever made, only surpassed by the figure I'll be showing off next week. But the body definitely needed some work. So if you have any painting tips or anything like that, please put them in the comments down below so that I and others can see them and hopefully improve their own figures. And if you're interested in painting anything of your own, links to where you can buy the parts will be down below as well. Please remember to hit like if you liked this video and subscribe if you haven't already, and check out that new channel. You can also support me by checking me out on Discord, Instagram, and of course on Patreon, where you can join all these wonderful people on screen who help make things like the second channel possible, and you can get shoutouts like Jonathan. Oh, and before I forget again, next week is a Joker related character who really loves her pudding. Well, used to. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time.